and this is why you want sliders. Welcome back to Offroad Touring. In this one here, we're in Swan Gull 4x4 Park.
It's been quite a while since we've been on our last four-wheel driving adventure, so I'm real keen to get into this one.
The track just to even get out through the main part of this is just pretty muddy and rough as is. Probably means we're going to be in for a good time.
So this is the track we are going to attempt. Nothing like a nice little warm-up track with a couple little step-ups to start our day off.
After the first little warm-up climb, it just got us more excited for what's to come. We continued making way along this path, which it quickly went straight up to a ridgeline track.
Maybe we both sort of kind of forgot that we have the tow ball on. That's going to be an issue if we keep full driving. So we're just going to take it off and switch it out now. Just because we've already scraped up the dirt just here, just literally trying to turn around. So we don't want that for the rest of the full driving weekend. So
not only does this give us more clearance, it's also a recovery point. So we love this thing. You can see how much we've just scraped on it.
Yeah, we use it so much. Thank you, George 4x4.
We've also got a rear bar that we need to put on, and it's got a tow bar integrated, which will go up here.
Yeah.
So it'll remove off the whole tow bar, which is even higher clearance again. So.
Yeah, and it'll look a lot nicer than our kind of dodgy setup at the moment. Yeah. To be fair, we have been waiting for this bar for over a year now for them to get it right. But it is what it is, and it's finally come. We just got to do some cutting on the car and we're good to put it on. So along the tracks and stuff, there are some markers with numbers on it on some of the trees and stuff, which is really handy. They do also give us a map, so you can kind of see that the green ones here are the easy to medium, yellows medium to hard. They show where the park entrance is, where a bunch of camping spots are. You're allowed to camp along the ridges, which is pretty cool. They've highlighted in red where are no-go zones for us at the moment.
This track that runs along this ridgeline so far has been very easy with some slow going parts. However, there's been bypasses if needed. However, the track just keeps climbing upwards with some steep sections. After this hill climb, we get to the peak of this side of the park. The track then heads straight back down to the main drag, which we then head along looking for our next challenge. just at another little hill here. I swear the camera just doesn't show it properly, but it doesn't, I mean, the hill doesn't look terribly too bad in person, but sort of just keep momentum going up and then straight up there. So let's get into it. After heading up the previous hill, we continue along the ridge line. On the map, it's the north ridge heading left. We point the patrol straight up to this hill with a few step ups and slightly flexy spots. It makes for a fun little climb. We continue making way along the ridge line, which just keeps on climbing. Most of this track is one vehicle width, with some sections that are slippery with the recent rainfall that hit this park.
This is the track we're planning on going up. The surface of it doesn't feel too muddy, but you never know. It's yeah, you can see water down there. It's probably very muddy underneath. There's a chance that we might end up having to winch up it, but we'll see how we go. Hard to tell, but one of our tires is just caked in mud. So we're not really getting any traction. All our tires are caked in mud. It's just sort of getting nowhere because it's just slippery as all hell. Our tires are caked in mud. And then the ground is so muddy.
So we've sort of just come up and made it up this far. Whenever I keep coming back, the rear just wants to go over that way too much. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a winch job rather than back down out of that. Chopping the isolator. I'll start pulling that bad boy out. I want to get that rear up and over that log as well, because that's going to stop me a little bit. Well, as you can see, that was not a big pull at all. It was just going up that sort of slope and then up and over this log here as well, because I don't think we would have made it up on that log, but see, it gets quite slippery there. So we'll unhook, try and turn around, and then have the fun of going back down. Just sort of keep climbing up, just keeps on going. So far, a lot of the tracks sort of in between where we've been filming is a lot like this sort of difficulty, where it's just more slow going, bumpy sort of track, nothing difficult. Well, it is getting close to 3 o'clock and you're not supposed to be driving after 5 p.m. for this park here. So we've actually found this insane spot just up here. So we're gonna pop the rooftop tent up and get the awning out and sort of just set up nice and early, because then we'll wake up early in the morning and go out for some more tracks and that sort of stuff. But we've done a lot of the park today. There hasn't been a whole heap of like challenging stuff as of yet, so we've got tomorrow to see what's left. This is just such an unreal spot out here. Got the sun going down through the clouds, rooftop tent, awning out, chairs, just looking over that valley. How epic is that? Being able to camp along the track nestled up on this ridge is truly one magical spot and just another reason to head to Swan Gully. With the fire crackling and the sun starting to fade, we got straight into cooking dinner for the night. What have we got for dinner tonight?
So we're gonna have, well, I'm gonna take the chicken kebab off of the stick because it's easier to cook and that way we can mix it through our salad. So it's honey soy chicken kebabs with a cheesy ranch salad.
Not used to doing that with my left hand, or at all, to be honest.
I was gonna say, not at all.
Can you imagine like miss the avocado?
That would hurt. That would not be good. Slippery sucker. Watch me not be able to open
Oh yeah, side note, I don't remember if we've showed you this before, but look at this travel cub. Cub. Travel cup. Got this printed, says Offroad Touring, has like our YouTube sort of banner wrapped around there with a heap of extra photos just from our travels.
As a Christmas gift. When's your birthday?
I don't know, should we look at doing some merch or something? Absolutely gonna be delicious. Especially looking at that view. How good. Oh, it just makes the meal taste better, right? Look, when you have a... Do you guys agree with me here? I don't think she agrees with me. If you're eating a view, eating... Alright, not eating a view, but if you're eating while looking at a view like this, just how much better is it? Especially out while camping. Wow.
Not whilst eating.
Anyways, this is going to be a long night.
Good morning. So it's now about 7:15. The sun is out and shining. This has been a lovely campsite, still with the amazing view. It's a nice chill spot and we managed to miss getting rained on as well, which was even better.
We're back in the car now and we're heading down the mountain. I think the plan is pretty much just make way to the playpen area and go from there. But super keen to get into it today. Another day behind the wheel out here.
We might have been able to get up this one, but Cameron and I don't really want to do it without, because we've got no bar work, and if we force it up, we're forcing our car more into the bank. Like it's already on it. If we force it up, it's just going to scrape the whole time and we don't have bar work. So we'll reverse back, give it a miss and try a different road. Bit muddy. Perhaps a little too muddy. Oh god. Yes. Jesus, that is just slosh.
Yep.
Oh my god. We don't even have tires anymore. Like,
how does that look like after?
You can see here, and that we were dragging here. Just not tall enough. You just yelled out it's going to be hard without lockers, which is very true. So these ruts are actually really massive in person. Cameron's just gone for a walk up. Obviously the cameras never completely show just how bad it is, but
being unlocked, we're going to absolutely struggle. Like at the start, I struggled a bit there, but just picked a bit of a different line. But I'll see how we go up here. I don't think we're going to get past the next point without lockers, but
we'll give it a go.
We'll see. This on the map, they've marked it as a locker and windshield, and this is a harder track. There isn't easy, like just bypass track there. Worst case. Well, I don't know if you could see that from the front view where the camera was, but air had just started leaking out of the bead here. So without bead locks and being on these sorts of angles, it does make it a bit more risky or harder. And without lockers, I don't think we're going to get past that point.
So just gonna back out of it now and take the easier route. Looks a little flexy there.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. My mind fills up into a creature. Sometimes it could be a little
Literally.
That's the first sort of section of this hill. We'll just keep driving up and see how the rest of it goes. But the first part, very, very shaly.
Yeah. We've come up to this and it's another bit of a sketchy track. Cameron's in one of the ruts again and it sort of just keeps climbing up that way.
Looks like a fun one. Like it looks like it's pretty rough, and I don't want to slip in here, but I don't know. One way to find out.
No, we made it. Now just for the rest of it. Well, that's our bumper. Well, I mean, we've got a new rear barb.
I don't think there's going to be any coming back without potential of damaging more of that. Sort of didn't climb as I was hoping.
What we might give a go is this tire's spinning just freely. Just try to pack sort of the front and if we can a little under with some of the bigger rocks to see if we just can get some traction. Cameron's just hammering some more in. It looked like it started to get a tiny bit of grip, but I'm thinking of putting like a big one at the base to maybe try and prop it up. Oh no, that's good. It just broke the dirt. It's not great, but it's fine.
Damage on that rear bumper?
It's not great, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Do you want me to push that rock right in? That big one? Those big ones?
Yeah. Much better. I went off.
Oh no. If you go like straight instead of on the hill. Swing. Yeah, that should be okay. You might get a bit high on this side. Yeah.
This track so far has been fun, slightly technical track, and even though we thought the start was a little challenging, the rest of the track was just getting harder the further we climbed.
Yeah, that'll be, oh, you might scrape the middle, but if you give it some berries, it might be okay. You're not getting any traction on your front left. It's just also shaly. Why don't patrols come stock with lockers?
They do, some.
Do they? I didn't know that. Why didn't ours? Holy shit. Oh my god. No, it's okay. I just thought you almost, you know, the tire almost came off the rim. It looked like it. Anyway, I think it's okay. No. Now that way. You're going too much. Oh. Man. I don't know. That looked cool, but it achieved nothing. We're just gonna pack this sort of area with some larger rocks. We're not getting the traction we need to be able to get up on this big rock here. All this would be a non-issue if we had lockers. All right, so here's our collection of rocks. Just behind this tire, Cameron's put a bunch of rocks there as well to help get the back tire up. Yes. Oh no, I need to get out of the way. Let's try it. There's a rock on your side step. Maybe I celebrated a smidge too early. We finished that bit, but around the bend, I don't even know if you can see Cameron on this thing. He's like way up there. Cameron's just decided that we'll give it a go. Most of it's okay, but there might be one winch spot. Let's see how far we can get. Turns out we do actually have a flat tire. I did think something was a bit off before. He's just gotten out and checked now, and it's definitely flat. So we're just gonna start by trying to pump it up a little bit, see if it will hold the air at all.
Hopefully, moment of truth. I feel like it's too full flat, but anyway.
No, please hold it, please hold it. There's a hole?
No, just a cut.
It doesn't look like too much damage is done, so.
Yeah, about 13 PSI and check all the others while I got it all out. I've not had to change a tyre on the tracks yet, and I wasn't willing to today either, so.
And I've never had to change a tyre, so I'd be kind of hopeless, to be honest.
Well, we'll check the others and pack it up and get back up there.
Oh, would you look at that? The tyre looks normal. We might just pack this up a little bit. This, you can see here, we've already hit right there. Yeah, it made this side step worse too. Way worse on this side, the side I couldn't get on. Holy.
And this is why you want sliders, not factory side step. It smashed up the side step, done a bit of damage, and we're in a situation where we can't avoid going around this rock and it's kind of jamming up against the car, and we can't go back as well. So I've just made a little sort of situation here with George 4x4 gears. A strap pulled around the rock, so it's going around the pulley, and the winch is going to the car. It's not the most ideal situation, however, it's all we've sort of got at this point in time. So just taking it one pull at a time. Don't want that boulder to slip out and get back on the car. Hitting the max point over there, so we're gonna have to run the winch a few times.
Just gotta readjust.
Alright, so I've got the rock into a new position now with the rope adjusted, so we'll keep going.
We managed to sort of move the rock out a little bit from here. Our rear bumper is on, but we're gonna have to winch out of where we are, just up onto that tree, and then possibly have to winch again because this is a bit gnarly. Not sure if we already mentioned it, but this tire went flat again, so there's definitely a hole or something in it. So we're just gonna have to finish getting up, because I think, pretty sure it's just up there is the main road, Cameron was saying, based off the map. So if we can just get up, we'll be able to change the tire, and then we might start making tracks out, honestly. So Cameron's just hooked up the winch now. You can see the tree trunk protector, the blanket, can't really see the winch rope, and then the car down the end. I know I'm pretty far away, but I'm trying to stay at a safe distance whilst he does all this.
After getting the full drive to this point, it became quite clear how challenging this section of the climb actually is. With the winch hooked on, this turned out to be a big pull as the patrol was hung up on the rocks.
So we tried winching up a good few times, but that's not worked. We think we're just gonna start heading back down, to be honest, because it's just not very promising. Even though the track ends right there, it's just there's a few spots that are gonna be really difficult to get up, and we've been on here like, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 hours just on the one track. So we're gonna start making way back and just keeping the winch on for safety.
As we made way slowly back down, we managed to get to the turnaround point and go front down the rest of the way. However, the front tyre had come off the bead, but we weren't able to change it until we got down to the next section.
So we've just been making our way down. We got to a point slightly up there that we could turn around, and we've come here where there's a bit of a pull off. And the tyre's definitely got a hole in it because it's been leaking, and it's finally fully come off the rim. I gotta be honest though, this track has definitely done some damage. I mean, Cameron was asking for a bit of a challenge, and I think we got a bit more than a challenge. The tire's absolutely cooked. You can see it's not even on the rim, and then there's a massive hole just here. But yeah, we tried to change it there and we just couldn't, so we ended up having to put ourselves in a kind of flexi spot to make the tire float, and we're putting on the new one now. The bottle jack just wasn't doing the trick, so I don't
recommend this, but
yeah,
it's not your normal driveway. I wonder, this is the first for us. What's the worst you guys have had changing a tyre in the tracks? I want to curious to know. Well, here we are. That wraps up our adventure at Swan Gull 4x4 Park. So absolutely epic place. It turned out to be a lot more here than we sort of thought at first, I guess.
Yeah, and the owners are really lovely, and like they're the whole range of kind of tracks, so just easy kind of viewing tracks.
You can do that whole drive around the whole ridge line, which we did, but we didn't film a lot of it. Like where we camped and stuff was along that ridge line.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect drive, and it's all sort of like really easy, just drives, but it's also not just a dirt road as well. So and then there's heaps of break off tracks as well that
for a little more challenging,
so much more
things. And then on our last track, obviously, which has defeated us, we spent 4 hours on it
all morning. It's now early afternoon,
which is is what it is. And this was braking, but I did step on it. I don't know if that says something about me or the car. And then the other step is very much bent up.
Yep, this is the one that had the huge boulder pushing up against it. On the other side, we didn't actually damage the body anymore. This side I don't know. I'll pull off the side step and find out.
But the fender is
Flare
like
is, or fender's out a bit more. But
yeah.
maybe we'll come back and take off the other one, eh? But yeah, what
what we
an
can
absolutely epic place out here, and we'll definitely be back, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next off-road touring adventure.